Okay, we're at the Mandaree Care Building. It's Wednesday. It's about 3 o'clock. I'm here with Rezilliency, and I just wanted to explain what we're trying to do. On Tuesday, I'm inviting all you guys down to Mandaree, to the Care Building. We're going to have a little presentation on what we're trying to do. This to show us Waniku, wounded spirit, how it affects us, and what we can do about it, things like that. But today I just wanted to explain what we're trying to do and why we're trying to do it. What is the purpose of what we're trying to do? So there's no basic mental health on the reservations. And why is that? It's because the lack of access, there's lack of insurance and lack of no service. There's no people that are available, like doctors, psychiatrists, mental health professionals, things like that. The other one is that it's a lack of engagement. There's a stigma. Like, even if we did have all these services, people probably wouldn't go to them because they don't want to get stigmatized, like there's something wrong with them. So those are the basic things. And then, so we're kind of the first aid kit, mental health first aid kit is what we're trying to get across, is like, what happens when you spiral into depression or you have a spike in anxiety? A lot of times we're not even aware of it. And then we don't know what to do. What are we supposed to do about it? So that's what we're trying to do here, is we're trying to help people with their basic mental health. Is like, how can I do this on my own without and of course, we're not doctors or we're not therapists or anything. We don't have a treatment plan, or we don't have a diagnosis, anything like that. What we're trying to do is we're trying to use our lived experience to help others. And what I understand about this is, like, what happens is people don't have the time to find the answers on their own. They're too busy in survival. They're too busy with their jobs and with their families and stuff like that. So they're really unaware. There's no awareness about things like that. And so everyone wants to be loved, to belong, to be respected, to be supported, etc. And when we don't get it, we look for peace and comfort in addiction, because we have these human needs. So we're always seeking that. We're always seeking the things, the love and all that stuff in the bottle or in the pill or whatever. So instead of doing that, that's what we're trying to get across, is if you're not aware of what's going on, if you don't have the mental health, because addiction is mental health, in my opinion. It's all trauma. It's all trauma related. And then another issue is we are using Western therapies and treatments that are ineffective. A lot of times we go to these treatments and things like that, and most therapists have never experienced addiction or trauma. And so when we go to these places, like, sometimes that we're not getting what we need, we're not getting the proper care, I'll say. So we kind of trying to get the point across, is like, we have to save ourselves, and we have to, talking about breaking cycles, breaking these addiction cycles and these generational like abuse and neglect and inferiority and family dysfunction, like divorce and all these different things that go along with that. So we're trying to break those cycles, those generational curses, they call them. And so we have to really start thinking about, okay, how can we do this? How can we start to develop some of these treatments? How can we save ourselves, basically? And so what I say all the time, and I know I'm not trying to be political or anything, but a lot of times you'll hear people will talk about sovereignty. They'll talk about self-governance, self-determination, self-reliance. But we're not creating our own things. Like, we need to create our own treatment center, even at center, yeah. We need to do that, and we need to stop thinking that we need the Western things. We have to really look inside in ourselves. So we have to develop our own stuff. We have to develop our own, especially when it comes to trauma. Shawaswaniko or trauma, because most of our mental health issues are related to this Shawaswaniko trauma. So we have to stop that. We have to realize that you know that we have to stop relying on things that are ineffective and don't help. And that's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to like, how would you say, rock the boat or anything like that. We want to help. That's what our ideal is. We want to help our people. So that's what I just wanted to explain that a little bit. We're going to do another video sometime soon, but I just wanted you to be sure and come down on Tuesday evening at 7. We're going to have some slush burgers and chips and something to drink, and we're going to talk about these stuff, and we're going to talk about trauma, and we're going to talk about how we can, you know, some ways that we can overcome it, and we can become resilient and things like that. And we are resilient. We're still here. We were meant to be gone, but we're still here. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. Glad that you're watching this, and we'll talk to you later. Have a good day. Adios, guys. Adios, guys.